So I'm Tadashi from AC Biode. So we are developing the world's first AC batteries instead of DC. And applications are for e-mobility and energy storage of renewable energy. So not for mobile phones or appliances. The challenge of the battery is that, of course, we need better and safer batteries. And actually, for example, Dr. Yoshino last year won the Nobel Prize in chemistry finally. But at the same time, we also realized that it takes lots of time and money to develop new materials or new types of batteries other than lithium-ion batteries. And actually, over the past 30 years, the basic principles of the lithium-ion batteries remain the same because it is so difficult to time and it takes time as well. So our concept is that we will use all the existing materials and existing battery production lines. We don't change, but we change the current from DC to AC because power transmission, distribution, and motors have the both options of AC and DC. But all the batteries in the world work at DC only, not AC, and we were wondering why. So we have developed the world's first AC battery by a single battery and a single switch. The electrode we have developed is named diode, which is a new word we created. It's like an intermediate electrode between anode, minus, and a cathode, plus. So blue ones, as you can see on this slide, is our diodes, and we set multiple electrodes within the single lithium-ion battery. And all the materials, again, and the battery production lines remain the same, so we don't change. With a single switch, we create AC current from a single battery and a single switch. As you can see, we have already made several functioning prototypes, and we are developing right now. And this is the actual AC from our system. So advantages we have compared with the current DC lithium-ion batteries are mainly 7. First, it's safer, and we reduce the cost of battery electronics because we can minimize inverters and converters, which convert between AC and DC. We double the lifetime. We have the higher capacity with a special circuit we are also developing. It's named Cockcroft-Walton multiplier, and also 15% higher capacity by the diode, which also acts as a separator. It's kind of integration between separator and electrode. It's chemistry agnostic. So first, we're going to apply for lithium-ion batteries, but we can also apply for example, lead acid or solid-state batteries, like future batteries as well. And last but not least, it is compatible with existing materials and existing battery production lines, as I mentioned. So we use the same supply chain. These are some examples of our competitive advantages. We split electric potential from 4 volts, the current lithium-ion batteries, into 2 volts each. But we keep the 4 volt entirely, so we don't lose the capacity, but it is safer. This is the image how we minimize inverters, for example. Brushless DC motor, even though it is named the DC motor, they use 3-phase AC for their motor system, such as for electric cars. And right now, DC batteries convert from DC to 3-phase AC through an inverter. Now, each of our battery emits single-phase AC so that we can minimize this system and more compact and more affordable. Cockcroft-Walton multiplier is actually, it's not something new. It was established back in 1930s and at the University of Cambridge in the UK. And that was used for boost voltage for particle acceleration or X-ray equipment. So our idea is that we combine our AC battery system and this circuit, because its circuit input has to be an AC, not DC. So this is a perfect match between AC batteries and multiplier. We already got patents on these concepts and ideas, as well as the structure. The market is growing. We would tackle Asian and also European market, which will be 21 billion US by 2026. Right now, we have already raised seed funding. We got some support from the government. And by the second quarter next year, first we will test with the industrial drones, because drones are much easier to start with. And then we will also test with e-scooters, e-bikes, other micro mobility. And then we will tackle to electric cars, energy storage, especially for wind power, because wind power generates AC power, not DC. And the solar panels generates DC power. So probably the fit will be for wind power. Our business model is providing licensing fee, receiving license fee by providing licensing or joint development together with battery companies or battery parts manufacturers. We also could get some fees from end users on the mobility and energy storage. We will aim to get around 10 million US as a sales in 4 years. We get several good feedback from the clients and several institutions, such as from University of Cambridge, MIT, European Space Agency, and the City of New York, and more. And we get investment from Energy, which is a body of the European Union. The European Union wants to have a local battery manufacturer and startups in Europe, because right now European countries import almost all the batteries from East Asia, such as Taiwan, Japan, South Korea, and China. So traction we have so far, as I mentioned, we already have prototypes, and we will test with pilot test with drones next year. We already received at least 5 LOIs from the battery company of our potential clients, as well as industrial end users such as drone and more. 16 awards from startup pitch competitions in the world, and we're supported by the European Union as well. So here's the last slide. So we have a combined 5 members, combined for 40 years in the battery industry. I used to work at this corporation on investment on this renewable energy and petrochemical industry. And we have 4 engineers on material science and the battery, as well as engineering. So it's almost time. So that's it. And I'm happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, Kubo-san. Good presentation.
Hello everyone, I'm Taki, CEO and founder of this project. I'm an interactive designer and official IT advisor for Hyogo Prefecture. We are developing a virtual office service that allows for easy conversation in a 2D space. So a lot of jobs was changed for remote work by the COVID-19. So I've also used the service like Slack, Zoom, and some remote work service. So we learn it's very different in real office. So for example, you just want to have a quick conversation. You have to send a message in Slack, set the time, and send a Zoom URL. Very complex. So the other case, so group chats are useful for group discussions, but not useful talking to each person individually, keeping groups. So Spacewise is a virtual office that allows you to move freely in 3D space. So operation is simple and intuitive. Users keep connected this service in work. If you want to talk with someone, move to him or her to talk as if in real office. The voice volume changes according to the distance between you and me. So you can't hear the voices of the persons at far corridor. You can move together to make groups or leave them. So if you want to hear any other conversations, you can also take a position hearing both conversations like this. So you can change talking groups smoothly, case by case. Of course, you can make close talking groups. This is also intuitive operations, so like this. Okay, so to speak, Spacewise is a more light conversation service than Zoom, and there are no need to leave a message on Slack. These remote work and business chat markets are estimated to be 10 to 15 billion in Japan. The adoption rate of this service has increased 30% in a year by the corona disaster. Now this is keep increase. The telework market just growing rapidly now, and we will launch our service in December in this year. So we have free plans for trial and some price according to the number of users. This is subscription. When users exceed 1,000 people, it turns into the black. Our aim is to achieve this within 2 years from launch. Our team has 2 points. First, I'm an official IT advisor teaching useful IT service for government staff in Hyogo Prefecture. And I have developed VR's remote control service with Arion Taiwanese companies. Second, we are developing with Arion. They have already experienced remote work more than 1 year, and they had many projects with Japan and Taiwan IT service. Thanks.
Before I move on to my presentation, I want you to imagine the problem around water. And I believe the major problem is a cleaning problem, such as clogging pipe or dirty drain. And most of the time people use chemical, but chemical costs a lot of money and harmful for the environment. So more problem comes up after that. And our solution is not to use chemical. We use ultrafine bubble technology. And we provide the world's first ultrafine bubble generator nozzle, which can be implemented into a water pipe. So you probably wonder, what is ultrafine bubble? So it is a very, very tiny bubble that you can't even see with your eyes. It's also known as a nano bubble because it is the size of nano. The number will be like 0.00001 millimeter, which is like almost same or smaller than the COVID-19 virus. And it does move around like a brown motion. And because of that, the bubble can stay in the water more than a year or so. And because of this interesting effect, ultrafine bubble has been proved and tested several effects, such as those 4 effects. First one is cleaning effect and growth promotion for the plants, and coating effect for like a surface or the hair or skin, and the last thing, gas distillation effect. It has many interesting effects, but today I would like to focus on the cleaning effect part. So why the water can have a cleaning effect is that the bubble cell is very, very small. It can reach to the bottom of the surface and it can gradually go underneath the dirt cell to basically and to lift the dirt cell itself to remove it. And our product is this, and it can generate that technology, ultrafine bubble. And our product got a patent and also approved as a water supply in Japan, so that our product can be implemented after the water meter. So all the water coming into your building will be transformed into ultrafine bubble. And technology that we use is basically a cavitation system. So let's say the water coming in from the left side. So, and we once the water passed through the nozzle itself, we can generate the ultrafine bubble technology. And the differences compared to the competitors, the main one is the installatable into pipes. And there are around like 100 to 200 competitors who are studying or trying to produce in an ultrafine bubble related product, but none of them have passed this certificate, and only our has this certificate to be implemented as a water pipe. And why we were able to do so, basically we have 2 points. And the first one is the way we generate the bubble. We don't use external air because this air can contain a lot of germs and bacteria, as you know, and it's not safe. So we use water. And by doing that, we were able to pass the drinkable test in Japan. And the second point is almost no more water pressure decline. It's a complete standalone device. You do not have to have an external pump or electricity or gas or anything. And lastly, since we have a different customer from factory to home building to hospital, we can customize depending on the customer's need in sizes and materials. And we got certificates such like those. So let me explain a little bit about like the actual use cases. So our product has been used at the hot spring facilities in Japan. And the problem the hot spring facility are facing is the Legionella bacteria, which is really hard to remove it. And where this bacteria lives is in the biofilm. And ultrafine bubble is good for removing and preventing biofilm itself. So the hot spring facility, they were very happy by using our product, and a lot of hot spring facility has been using our product right now. And the second case study is the hospital use cases. We use our product for the dialysis patient machine cleaning. And the left side, the white part is the scale includes calcium. And this this scale is tricky because in order to clean this scale itself, hospital use a very strong chemical and they have to clean it consistently. And by using a strong chemical, like sometimes the water pipe get really damaged, and it was a huge problem for the hospital itself. And we use ultrafine bubble with it, and we were able to reduce around 60% of the maintenance costs by reducing their chemical. And right now, they still has been using almost four years, and they also reported that they haven't changed their filter itself, which is around like $10K US per year, but they were not changing that filter. So it's a cost reduction for the hospital itself. And the last case study is the station bathroom water pipe. And this dirty thing is a union stone, and this is the cause of smell, and it's really hard to remove it. And even if you use a strong chemical, it's just gonna break the pipe itself. So it was the leftover a huge problem all around the world. And we use ultrafine bubble by generating our product, and we run the test for 100 hours, and it got removed because the bottom of the surface of this stone is a biofilm. So as you can see, it has a cleaning effect for the long term. And we are a startup, but we are growing organically without any marketing. And our product has been used more than 5,000 places in Japan at the moment, and we are bootstrapped. And this year we're expecting $1 million US revenue, and we have partners such as cooking oil manufacturer, energy company, healthcare, and of course housing, restaurant, beauty salon, hot spring facility, a lot of different places. And now we are looking for a partner, not just a sales partner, but we have on top of a lot of different benefit for the by partnering with us. First one is due to the COVID issue, like I believe the sanitization mindset has been growing, so we can tackle this segment, and also the SDG segment, since we are able to reduce the chemical usage. And the third one is a gas station effect to build the new product development, and lastly the more FSCM method for agriculture, fishing, and factories. And we already have been working with so many different companies in Japan. And this is the team. And our founder is a former CEO of Mitsubishi Chemical Company. That's why we were able to build such a product. And there are some more stuff, but that's Water Design Japan.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for having me here. And before I start, I would like to say that we have participated in Japan Drone 2019, And we do have a nice idea exchange with Japan sections like JIDA, 日本 US 産業振興協議会と株式会社 Aeronext. And I would like to say that 日本語はちょっとあれせますので、日本語での基本対応も OK だと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。And before we start, I would like to talk about our company. We are graduate and origin from Graduate Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, and we have the core technology to develop our own drones and softwares and further integrating it into for further solutions and various applications. And our main businesses including inspections, drone show, and agriculture drones. And we would like to say our technology developed first from agriculture drones, and then by multiplying and optimizing the technology, we can do other applications. And I would like to say that drone is just a vector. That is to say, with different sensors or softwares and integration, drone can do a lot of different things. So the focus is not only on drone, but also on the integration. That's the key point. And then we want to talk about, we do have a total solution for a city. That is to say, we anticipate that problems that may appear in a city from all aspects, like you can see here. That is, we do have an experience in a smart city program with our local government in Tainan. And through this project, we use a panoramic sense and aerial shot through a 360-degree camera equipped on the UAV to take shots of our city land. And through this project, we develop multiple generations of drones. That is to say, you can see from here, this is the first film, and we do also combine with artificial intelligence to auto edit the film to make it more optimized. And through this footage, we can create a big database. And through this database, we can realize traffic monitoring and allow, you can see, rapid deployment and wide coverage. And also the drone light shows, you can see here. And we have abundant experience in performing this in Taiwan. And just as you can see here, but due to time limitation, we can't play the film here. So if you're interested, you can play it later after this presentation. And we have invested a lot in this service, so this is very comprehensive and mature. And to perform it better, we develop our own technology of electric fence, which can prevent the drone from exceeding and wandering outside the range, so it can avoid accidents. And also here for inspection. And we do wind turbine inspection with drones, and we're the first to combine crew transfer vessel with drone. And also you can see here, we use artificial intelligence again for auto-identify for the blade damage. And here is, because it's much more efficient than the traditional ways by checking, like using manpower. And now again, it's bridge inspection, which is much more challenging than wind turbine inspection because there's a lot of pain points, because there's a lot of constructional obstacles around bridges that could interfere the system of UAS. So we come up with a total solution that is a smart drone that can mimic the brain of a human, that can react to the obstacles or different kind of stimuli. And we're trying to, we're kind of the first to combine drone with a 5G frequency band, which is a really hot topic around the industrial fields recently. And again, with artificial intelligence, we can identify the bridge damage. And here, the agricultural drones, the most mature one here, and much more efficient than the traditional way of spraying. And this is our product, of the film of our product, because the time limitation, so you can view it later. And we have different modules, and here is a DX5 with a 5-liter tank which is more suitable for Taiwan market because we've got scattered and rather small landscapes around in Taiwan. And now we have a bigger kind of model with 10 liter and equipped with terrain following radar. And also the most important part is that we do provide education and training afterwards. And further technical improvement, we do have cooperation with local research institutes and also to get more practical experience and optimization, we have face-to-face idea exchange with farmers. And our globalization, we do set, through our survey, market survey, we set our market in Brazil, and we do have a rather comprehensive business model and a timeline, estimated timeline, but yet, you know, it's a little bit postponed and delayed because of the COVID-19 this year. And we think after Brazil, we'll set our next step at Southeast Asia. We would like to bring their agriculture to intensive farming rather than, you know, their more traditional ways. And as you can see here, all our drones are waterproof, and our DX5 model is tested and have the IP65 waterproof certificate. And we have field test results here, as you can see here, really effective. And afterward, I would want to say that because we are a startup of UAS, we would like to say that there's two essential things we want to say. That the first one is we need capital. That is to say is fund. And from investors, people outside from our company. And next one is we are really looking forward for cooperating chances, opportunity, and we are really willing to provide our services internationally and marketing of our products. And also we are really looking forward for innovation and the combination of different kind of technology with drones. So we are totally open to any kind of international collaborations. Thank you for your time.
I'm happy to share the present ODB Weekend's companies and also our product. Our philosophy is facing people and natural health. First, I like to talk about our companies. Our company was established 4 years ago by founder Mr. Matsushita to produce aqueous calcium ion-based products we call the Mynic series. Mynic is Nick is presenting of new ionic calcium. I is initial of the founder of Yoshihiro Matsushita. So, and 2 years later, he filed a patent and granted. This is epoch making our core patented technologies. And then next year, he wanted to concentrate on innovation and research. So Mr. Rai took over the CEO positions. And then since then, we are really accelerated the growth because we selected as Osaka Prefecture Startup Initial Programs. This is why we are here today. And also through these programs, we draw the attention from newspapers, also venture capitals. So this year, January, we made stock investment crowdfundings very successfully, and we got the $500,000, over $500,000 fund from this event. So unique point of our company, ODB is senior ventures. As you see, our average age is 70. So the youngest member is a CEO, Arai, is 61, and me is 64. And our founder, Mr. Matsushita, is 80 years old. So like our ODB is your Ye or Lao Ye's company. So our products is maybe summarized here. So based on our patented Mynic technology, which is the aqueous ionized calcium solutions, and we apply for water for hens, which has a reducing power for already farmings. And also we developed the fertilizer for foliar spray fertilizers. This is based on the Mynic technologies. So this year we're shifting toward the different new product, innovative product, which is we like to put in the market for safe and secure life with and after Corona. So means we apply the Mynic technology to disinfectant and water detergent. Nowadays, we have to wear the mask every day. So washing the mask and fabric mask, not a disposable mask, is very important. Also, disinfectant many places very important. Freeze. Okay. So briefly explain what is the Mynic S, which is antioxidant water. So Mynic S is a patented, which is ionized calcium water with antioxidant functions. And by adding 0.1%, so dilute 1,000 times to the tap water of the Mynic S, and then feed to the chickens, hens, for drinking waters. And we examined after 40 days feedings, and the egg become higher protein, low fat, lower calorie, and low cholesterol. So means calcium and also antioxidant property of Mynic S added the drinking water help the chicken deliver the better, healthy, and tasteful eggs. So move to our new products. Is our target is people who are looking for safe and secure life with and after coronavirus. So to keep the our economy running, you have to go to work by trains, which is crowded. Maybe same in Taiwan. Taipei is a subway, and also many places have to be disinfected after work or before. So Mynic S-based new products offer the virus and germ-free environment by killing and removing from surface without alcohol or hypochlorous acid waters. So people don't like some alcohol, allergic for alcohol, or people don't like the hypochlorous acid water smell. So what is our ingredients is used for many years to make a moyu tofu, or in Japanese, konnyaku, for a long time. So which means our ingredients, major ingredients, is absolutely safe to the people, from infant to the aged people. This is already proved, the chemicals. And also other chemicals we use is all food additives, safe and clean. So what we are looking for today, opportunities, is cooperation in Taiwan as a hub for Asia market penetrations and OEM. So our patented technology can be licensed or make joint ventures for local productions. Also, technical support is available from Osaka. Also, we are looking for further fund, to accelerate our innovation and IP strategies. Our new hub for innovation just we moved this Monday to ORIST, which is Osaka Research Institute for Industrial Science and Technology, to support the venture startup companies. We joined that programs, and we just moved in, and we're looking to start a collaboration with that organization. We can access to the more better analytical tools, and also we can discuss the more details about our products and future product development. Also, a new senior experts, me and also Mr. Uemura joined from August to accelerate the product development. To grow further, we need more people for marketing and also R&D. So last but not least, our philosophy again, facing people and natural health, and how we do it through our innovative products. So we want to provide safe and secure life to the world. So not only Japan, also the Japan is maybe needed for such a safe and secure life after Corona or with Corona. So our new product is perfect for this effect of those environment. Our ambitious growth plan is shown here. So we want to jump type of the ambitious target. So double, triple, and based on our launched product and the pipeline product, we can grow our company like as shown here. And also we need a partnership outside Japan, inside of Japan, and also more funding to support our plan to realize innovation and put in the market of innovative product in the market. So thank you very much, Gashinidi Ganjo. It's difficult to pronounce, but please contact us, see our innovative products, and visit our new laboratory in Osaka.
Thank you.
Very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Chen, and I'm the CEO of the OR Space System. And what we are doing is unmanned system for infrastructure and the environmental inspection. So we are actually a small company, but that doesn't mean that we can't do things. Because both of us, actually, me, the founder and the co-founder, we are actually the original developer for the open source UAV, and we have experience in both in Europe and in Taiwan. And in Europe, we have done several EU projects with using the drone to do the inspection. So altogether, so if we put the words together, we have more than 15 years experience in the US development. And that doesn't mean just drone, we have also other stuff. Right, so what is our core tech? Our core tech is actually, it's not the drone itself. It's actually the control system, the autopilot system, and the software itself. So for example, so our concept is actually having the autopilot and the common GUI software. So you are able to control different vehicles. So for example, you can control UAV, you can control unmanned boats, you can control like submarine or different types of things. And the reason for this is because we do not believe that one tool can solve every problem. So for a different problem, you need a different tool. So with our core technology, we plus something extra in. So because it's a software integration, so we are able to do sensor integration and multiple languages for our software, so we can go for international market. And then the most important part is the communication encryption, because this is generally not, I mean, now the cyber security now is the topic for people picked up, but we already have this, we already have put this into account. So actually our drone have a capability to anti-jam and then also can prevent the reverse engineering. But at the same time, because of this communication encryption, we are also able to do different type of swarming. Right. So, okay, the next one. So what we want to do? I mean, the current status of environment is infrastructure. I mean, are they safe? For example, I mean, everyone heard last year there's a bridge collapse in Taiwan, but a year before there's one collapse in Italy. So this is common sense. And then the water, the first thing is, is the water safe? We don't know. Because we have a news reported last year, I think it's last year in Japan, there's one dam, just one day, the whole plant grows in 1 day. So the water, they have to replace the whole thing. And then the other one is a dam condition. I mean, it's a hot topic nowadays because with a continuous flooding, so you need to know if your dam can stand up all this condition. So we have this problem, but what is the problem with the current inspection method is they all full manual and it's not detailed. And the worst thing is a dangerous environment. Because I mean, we are in the industrial 4.0 environment, but the inspection is still in like 1.0. So all this together, what it leads to one common thing is the inspection become expensive, and then because it's expensive, then the people are not we are not able to do it continuously or oftenly. So how do we solve this problem? So first, just quickly show you. So quickly show you the feature of I think okay. So because I think it's the internet, so there's a bit lag. So basically, our drone we create a drone for bridge inspection, but we create differently is that we have our drone can actually attach to a surface of building that you want to inspect. So you can collect the very detailed information from the surface of a building. So for example, on the picture you see that's the bridge barrier, and this is the first picture by a drone ever in the world because no one ever fly that close. And then our system we can actually attach it to a surface to collect the image. But collecting is not just the only thing. We are able to quantify results because we create a software, we are able to quantify the damage, like saying the size of damage. So, and then without any reference, and our accuracy is up to 0.3 millimeter. So that actually fit the regulation in Taiwan. So the next one is the water inspection. For the water inspection, we don't believe a drone can do it. So we create an unmanned service boat to do the large area scanning of the water dam in Taiwan. And then we are actually the first company that does that in Taiwan. So if I quickly show you the result on the right, you can see they are all different chemical compound we measure in the dam, and then it's all done in the same day. It's all done in the same day. And then by this massive data, we can actually identify the source of pollutant and then the source of pollution. And we can generate this very detailed map of the pollution of the water dam. And in terms of a cost, it only costs a third of traditional inspection method, but the accuracy is 600 to 6,000 times. Okay, so if I go to the next one. Okay, the next one. After we have all this type of technology, and then what's our business plan? Our business plan is actually quite simple. Is that from Taiwan, we want to provide a service, but for the international market, we would like to do the rental or product sale because we don't have that much. Our team is not big enough to service every country. So what we would like to do is actually to sell the product to the other country. So our plan is very basic B2B plan. And then the most important part now is actually the market size. By doing this, is this profitable? If we look at the market, in Taiwan, each year for the inspection of water, inspection of bridge, and all that together, we estimate it's about 900 million NT dollar per year. And then the world market is estimated to be 21 billion US dollar. And our goal is actually to capture 1/3 of the Taiwanese market. And then the world market, we are actually estimated about 1/20. And the reason why the number look quite large, and the reason why we wonder the number is right or not, because it's very simple. In Taiwan, the number of water dams is 50. In Japan, it's 709. US is 84,000 water dams. So you can imagine how much money they have to use to the maintenance to do the inspection. Okay, the reason we joined this program is very simple. Is that our next step is actually we are looking for fundraising and partnership and distributor. And the reason why for this is actually for looking for partner in Japan is actually the inspection regulation in Taiwan is exactly the same as the inspection regulation in Japan. So since our system is already proved in Taiwan, so we actually saw that it's able to actually go to Japan to do the inspection there, to start the market over there. Okay, so, yeah, I think that's all my slide. Right, so I'm gonna finish a bit early.